on soon. I don't know when she's going to be on, but she will be on soon. Well, hopefully. I don't know. She said she just finished a while back and she was heading home. So anyway, haven't really messaged people that I'm on live just yet. Normally Julie does it for me, so I'll see if I can wing it and get it on the page. Share. We want to go to just trying to work out share to newsfeed in a group. What group? Nope, apparently that's not there. I don't think I can work out how to do it. Discard. Won't matter. I'll just wait. Hopefully a bunch of people jump on. Ellen, welcome, Paul. Good to see you here. Dad's 70th birthday today. Well, happy birthday to Rochelle's father. Reaching 70 is quite a milestone. I hope you're feeling well and you've had a great day. So, to everyone that saw my post earlier today, Ellen is a supporter of the channel, and she's made a beautiful page on the journey of Kylie, which you can see one of the images that are on the screen right now. This is young Kylie, and I will be editing a couple of her a photo of her and a couple of photos of Ellen when she was pregnant with Kylie. She's brought in a lot of friends to the channel, shared always on the lives, and she's doing a great job raising Kylie. And it's good to see that she's made a page like that to show the journey of the growing up, and it'll be a great keepsake for Kylie when she gets older to see all the milestones that she achieved through her life on that one page. So it's a fantastic idea. And when I seen it today, when I was talking to Ellen a little bit earlier today, I thought I'm going to share it. And I want to thank all my followers, all my supporters that actually went over to her page and followed Kylie's page. Please, with all the support you guys give me, show the same support to Ellen and Kylie. She's doing a wonderful job, same as a lot of other mothers over there. So she's one of your own. You can get behind her and just show some love. Done sharing on your wall. Awesome. Thank you, Wazilda. Guys, yes, tonight is going to be the first drop of some of the code words. So I will say this, please, I do not want to see any of the code words in the comments. Please keep them to yourself. If you miss the code word, please watch it back and get it again. Don't put it on the comments, because it defeats the purpose of anyone that missed this live and missed the thing of actually watching it. Like, this helps boost watch time for the channel, because it's such a big milestone to try and get 4,000 hours. And I respect everyone for taking time out of their day to come to the channel and watch these lives, and if it takes a moment out of your day and makes you stop thinking of what's going on, it's amazing. It's a great feeling to me that you guys come here and chat with me. I know most of you come for Julie and her pickup lines, but it's just me tonight for the moment until Julie jumps on. I don't know how far away she is, but she is busy running errands for me, even in the Philippines, which I thank her so very much. Without her, this channel would be hard at times, because like some know, running pages and channels are not easy. It does take support of someone else, or whether they're helping you or just standing there saying, come on, you can do this, you can do this. Without her support and support of others in my family and her family and friends that I have met through through this page, like you guys that are on right now, it's just absolutely amazing. It keeps me going and going and going. So I will be dropping 2 code words tonight, so stay tuned. They will be easy because I'll let you know when they're coming up. And don't forget, guys, through this month, hello Paul, welcome to everyone that has jumped on. Jenny, Erica, Nines, I hope I said that properly, Samuel and Vilma, hello. Krisa, hello Paul, welcome. It's good to have you all. Don't forget, there is going to be 2 special code words this month that are bonuses. And the amazing thing is, all up this month. Oh, there she is. Anna, we will be getting to your photos tonight, my dear. This month's giveaway is going to be totaled at 16,000 pesos. Potentially people have the chance to win multiple thousands of pesos, not just one prize. Like, if you get extremely lucky and pick up some of these golden words, the code words, and the main draw of the 4,000, I'm not stopping you from claiming that, because you were lucky enough and you took the time to actually do it. So guys, keep the code words to yourselves. You'll see them when they come out. Keep watching the lives through the month, and pick up all the code words as you see them. So we are going to get Bob, can you just throw the thing up to onto the page? I tried doing it, but I'm a useless male and I don't know how to do it. Elizabeth, welcome Paul. Jessica, welcome Paul. It's good to have everyone on. Hopefully, kumusta? Mabuti. I always love the reply. First time I heard Mabuti, I thought my booty. So I just always say my booty, and people just look at me weird, but I thought it was funny. Oh, thank you, Poe. I try and take care as much as I can. Alright guys, so I'm going to start jumping into these photos. Now, the first photo, Raylin, hello Paul, how are you? Couple from Davao watching. Yes, okay guys, there is, I'm guessing what Julie's saying there is, the gold code words. They're a thing that's going to be out, and you only have a 24-hour period to message the code word, the correct code word, to me to go on the draw for that. Them ones are special. They're 3,000 each, those gold code words, and there's going to be 2 of them. And you must send them to me within a 24-hour period, and at that live, I will tell you when the cutoff will be. So hopefully everyone pays attention. I asked a couple of people about the video that I put up, whether it was straightforward enough for you guys to understand what I was saying, and it wasn't too hard, and I didn't make it too hard for all the entries. Now, I've spent, since I actually put it up, I've spent all day, every day, with multiple questions as how do you enter, and I just reply, it's in the video. Now, the funny thing is, I did a 70,000 giveaway for Easter. I had one person comment that I was a scammer. Now, I'm only doing 10,000 this time, and yet I've got half a dozen people saying I'm a scammer. I just say go to my channel and have a look at the other giveaways and tell me if I'm a scammer. So, but there's always going to be those couple people out there that seem to think that you're a scammer. Saudi Arabia. Wow. Geraldine, hats off to you, Poe. Working abroad and supporting your family. That's a tall thing to do. And I take my hat off to you. Well done. So, alright guys, I am gonna get into Christine, welcome Paul. Good to see you. I've actually got your photos to do tonight. Well, hopefully I get around to them tonight, but they are loaded up. So if Princess comes on tonight, I haven't got her photos because she sent a whole heap. Maybe I'll do a whole live just to her photos. But guys, if you want more photos edited, please don't hesitate. Send them in to me, and I'll get them on the next live. So, right, guys, we're going to get into this. I'll just change over the screen. So I am on the bigger screen, and I can see this little cutie better. Alan, can I keep her? Please? Can I keep her? She's so cute. Can I keep her? Alright, so Mama Bear is actually watching. I let her know that I was doing her photos. Now guys, she has sent me a few photos. In 3 of them when she was pregnant with this little cutie. Now I have been given permission for one of these photos to be shown. Now, I don't want anyone saying anything bad, anything negative, because everything of these photos, I wish I took them, because she has gone and shown a part in her life of some of the most beautiful things a woman can ever do. So we're gonna edit this little cutie first, and then we'll get on to Ellen's photos of her in her pregnancy, and yeah, I really wish I could have taken that pregnancy photo shoot for her, but unfortunately I didn't know her. So here we go, guys. So little cutie, here we go. So the auto edit really didn't do a lot. Just darkened it up a bit and put a bit more colour into Kylie's skin, which is a good thing at times. And I'm going to keep looking at the comments as much as I can throughout this, and I'm just going to walk through it. Alright, so I think the exposure down a little bit is good. Now I think the photo is great. She's filled the frame up really well. Only thing I probably would have done was slightly move it to the left a little bit more, because there's a little bit more space here than there is here, and you could have got their hand a little bit in more. But it's not a major thing. It's still a cute. It's still a cute photo and a great photo. Yeah, I know it's really small. It's the way it came in the in the thing. Like, okay, I can zoom in like that, but I found editing can be a little bit harder. So that's the cutie there, but I'm gonna edit it a little bit smaller because that's how it came across. That was the file size. So I'm gonna leave it at that size. Like, I'll just pop over to this one for a second. This is Dia. I think Dia. Now, see, that's how it's come over. I can zoom in a little bit more, but then the photos seem to distort a bit. Alright, so that's why I'm leaving baby Kylie small. Like, she is cute, but you can, when you zoom in that far and you start editing at that far, it might warp the image. So I don't want to do that. We're going to stay back a little bit and edit it, and then I might zoom in afterwards. So we'll have a look, see how it looks. But baby Kylie is definitely a cutie. So we're gonna bring down the highlights a little bit, which is playing with the background, which is good. Shadows probably stay there. Leave the whites up a little bit. Bring the blacks down a bit more and make it pop. Now we're going to put up the texture a little bit. Always good to have the texture up a little bit. Now I'll drop the clarity a little bit just to give it more of a softer feel. And then we're going to raise the dehaze a little bit. Now you can see already how far this, I haven't even started touching any of the other things yet. It's just the basic sliders, the exposure, highlights, shadows, whites, blacks, texture, clarity, dehaze. I haven't touched any vibrance or saturation. I haven't touched the contrast yet, or the white, any of the white balance. And you can see where it started to where I've got it now. So it's come a fair way. Now so the white balances doesn't look too bad the way it was, so maybe a little bit. Now contrast, bring it down a little bit more. I'm so happy to do these photos for you, Poe. The moment that I seen these photos that you sent through, I was in awe of the photos that you took of yourself. Like you said to me, you did these photos of you in your pregnancy on your own with a self timer, and you still like, it probably would have taken you a little bit to get the pose, everything right and all that, but you still did a wonderful job. So this is one of the things that I would love to be able to do. This is one of the things in photography, why I got into photography, is capturing the moments in time and sharing that moment with someone else. Alright, now for Ellen, this is a moment in time. This is a moment of her firstborn daughter. It was a moment that she'll remember forever. But the thing is, I get to share that too in that photo shoot if I'd done it. It's a rare thing to be able to do it. Like, what I'm looking forward to watching Kylie grow. I've followed the channel, the page myself. I look forward to watching her grow. And then that's me being part of, later on, if I'm in the same area where she's living, I can say, hey, Alan, I'm in the area. Would you like some photos done? It's just small things. So, but capturing that moment in time is just, it's priceless. And to be able to be someone doing that at the same time too, it's great. Now I'm playing with the tone curve. Daisy, hello, Paul. Now, normally, if you remember, I normally do an S tone curve. I've been watching YouTube. So I'm doing something slightly different and seeing how it comes out and seeing if I enjoy it. Now, I don't ever claim to be the best photographer. Never will. Never have. I just have fun doing what I'm doing and sharing it with you guys. Now, what I'm doing is more so, I haven't checked on the phone app, but what I'm doing is more so for the computer app. So over here, this little button here, I've picked it, and now you can see how it's putting all the dots on the thing. Wherever I click and drag is putting a node there, and it's changing it. However, and I get to play with stuff. Like I just played with the shadow effect on her little halo or something you call it on top of her head, the little doomawaka. The cuteness, I don't know, but I got to play with that, and the colors in it popped a little bit. So it's slightly what I'm trying to do is just playing with different things and seeing how it comes out. Like, clearly that's bad, shouldn't do it, but this is all a bit of trial and error that I'm doing. Like, if people don't like it, well, it is what it is. Like, I'm still trying to do a good job at editing, but also seeing if I can tweak my process on how I do things to see if I can make it better. But hey, like, that's where I've started to there. Like, it's still looking quite good. I can start seeing some of the pixels in the background. So maybe in the details I can smooth that out a bit, which I normally do. And yeah, guys, please jump on Kylie's Journeys page on Facebook. Check my my wall. Yeah, my wall, my page. There'll be a link there. Get on it. Follow this little cutie and help support another mama bear over in the Philippines. Alright, so I'm going to might leave the tone curve there and go down to Etta. Hello, Paul. I'm gonna go down to these bars. Gonna play with some stuff. Now, as always, I'm going to put a little bit of vignette on this just so you can see baby really good. Mary, hello, Paul. How are you? Welcome. Erica, welcome. And I honestly don't want to do any more to that photo because I think from where it has come to now, it just got a little bit more life to it. Great photo, well done. And I look forward to seeing more photos of this little cutie coming across my desktop and my phone. So hopefully we see them soon. So I'm gonna leave that one, Alan, at that. I think it's a really nice edit, fairly natural, and I hopefully you're happy with the edit. So excuse me. Now these are some of the photos of Ellen when she was pregnant with little Kylie. I think this is just beautiful in itself. This moment in time, women when they're pregnant, it's an amazing thing, and it should be cherished and shared. Like, I know you get to a point where you're just like, I wish you were outside and running around on your own and I wasn't carrying you around, but hey, at the end of the day, it's a miracle to be able to create life like this. So we're going to edit this photo up, and we'll see how we can turn this in. Like, I know Alan said to me that she Gentlemen, hello, Paul. She wasn't happy with the background. It's understandable. Sometimes you don't have a choice on what your background's going to be. I'm going to see if I can do a little bit of editing to it and hope it still looks quite natural. So we'll see what I can do and how I can work with it, and we'll go from there. Now, alright, so to start off with, I'm going to try and crop this a little bit just to drop out that white ceiling, and we'll see where we get to. So I don't need to take out a lot of this photo to drop out that ceiling. Now, it just makes it a little bit more okay. We can try and do some slight edits to other bits to try and knock out other things, but we'll go with that because it's just knocked out that white ceiling. And guess what, guys? Just before I go any further, it is code word time. Now, the first code word, please write it down, remember whatever you have to do, but do not put it in the comments. I ask you, please do not do that. The first code word is photography. Simple, easy to remember. You're on a photography page, photography. So, the first code word, please write it down. Whatever you need to do, don't put it in the comments. First code word, photography. Okay, now back to the story. Alright, so we're going to try and do some other spots. So, hang on. Now, I'm going to see if I can remove this off the wall. The corner here. No, you can't see what I'm pointing at. Okay, so top right corner, I'm going to try and get that out. The light switch on the back wall over her right shoulder, well, as you look at it, right shoulder, but it's probably her left. It's her left shoulder. And then might try and do some minor touches to the bottom of the wall. Okay, just try and clean it up a little bit and see where we get. I'm not trying to be perfect. That's not me. So let's see what I can do. Now we might say there. The size up, opacity. We're gonna really try and block that out. So we're gonna say, right, that one's good. Now, actually, let's say delete. Let's try this again. We make it slightly bigger this time, and we're gonna really have a go at this and see if we can get it out. Oh, that kind of almost looks like it should be there. Okay. Alright. Well, see what I'm doing right now. Okay, you can see it up there. What I'm doing is I'm only using this over here. It's called the spot removal, and I'm using the heel section. So I'm just trying to clean up the background a little bit, because I know I don't do a lot on my backgrounds, but I am trying to clean this up just a touch for Ellen, because I know she said something to me about the background. So I'm going to try and do what I can for this background. There's not a lot. You got to be pregnant first, bub. Alright, Vilma, bye for now. So there's this light switch here. I'm gonna just run down like that, and yep, that's fine. And now I might need to drop the size of this a little bit. No, maybe up a bit more. So what I'm going to do now is, you can't see it, but down in the bottom left-hand corner, is a little bit on the bottom of the wall. I'm going to try and smooth it out a bit, and then that's all I'm going to do with the spot removal and cleaning up the thing. So, all right. So that looks good. Yep, and then maybe go that. Okay, so we have turned this background from that to that. See how I've just taken those couple of things out and it's just changed a little bit more. So now, okay, I know the floor I can't really replace the floor, but it's a great place that I've taken it to. So let's start doing the edit. Emily, welcome, Paul. Well, good to have you here. All right, basic edit. We're going to go auto. How did that change it in the auto? So it's lightened it up a little bit, but that's okay. I can always bring that back a bit. So I feel that there was a lot of light coming in. No baby monkeys from me. I feel there was a lot of light coming in. So I think that Ellen looks better with a slightly underexposed photo. It just brings back all the naturalness into the thing. And some nice contrast there. Wow. Damn, even in black and white you look good. Like, you look good there with that, just dropping, making everything a bit more richer in colour. It just pops. You look really, really good. I'm going to duplicate this and I'm going to send you in the black and whites as well. Actually, yeah, even Bubba looks good black and white. Everyone's coming in a black and white and a colour. So while I think of that, I'm going to say make a virtual copy. We're on number 2. We're going black and white. And we go to here. Auto. Bam. Baby Carly's in black and white. She's looking fine. Let's go. Sorry guys if I'm getting a little bit carried away, but this photo is a good one. She looks very beautiful, and from where I've taken this photo from to putting a bit more contrast into her dress has gone a little bit more blacker. The background looks decent now. Even the floor looks a bit more fuller. It's, I'm going to say it, sexy. I'm throwing it out there. Alright guys, let's keep rolling. I don't even want to touch the tone curve from what I've done with them sliders. I'm not even touching the tone curve on that, and that's saying something. Because normally I touch the tone curve. Now, I might go into the orange and see if I can pull the orange back a little bit. Because like I said, guys, the orange slider is in your skin tone color range. Okay? So pulling it back a little bit, the saturation in the oranges brings back more of a natural glow to the skin and not making it out there sort of unrealistic skin. Angel, welcome, Paul. Kenneth, welcome, Paul. Alright, so we got that. And now we are going to play with the details a little bit. Bam. Tell me that doesn't look good. Sorry, I shouldn't be like that. If he's like this, please put it in comments that that's a lovely photo. That background looks good. Florin, hello Paul, welcome. Welcome to the family. A little bit slightly nuttier me tonight. having quite a lot of fun with these images. So, all right. So where are we gonna? Now we're gonna go into create a virtual copy. Now, Alan's going black and white. Damn. You just glow. You really do. Touch it slightly. I would love to be able to say, hey, blow this one up, but this is going to be a great keepsake for your phone. Hopefully, once I load them I'll load them onto my phone and have a look. But if you do want to print these out, Alan, don't go too big, okay? Because they might blow out into the pixel sort of thing. It might be a little bit distorted. So once I get them, and I'll put them on the phone after, and I'll have a look and make sure they're still looking great. And definitely they're coming your way. Alright guys, moving on to the next one. This one's another one. I like this one. It shows, like, this is a great front on angle, but it's still almost turned off to the side, so it looks really good. But this one also helps shows off the baby bump. Alright, so this is a really good one to emphasize. I have saved it in color and black and white. I made a virtual copy of both Kylie and Alan. I'll do that for all three of Alan's and Kylie's, so she can have both black and white and color. So let's go through the same have you sent it in to me already? Because if you have, I don't know which one it is. If not, please send it through to the messenger, to the page, and I'll definitely edit the photo for you. Happily edit the photo for you. Alright, so same principle again. I'm going to try and touch up the background a little bit and work like that. I'm going to bring down the roof a bit so I can move it, and then I'm going to try and touch up a bit of things like the light switch, the door handle. I don't think the frame's going to be too bad, but let's see how we go with the whole thing. So, alright, once again we're now, I don't like cropping down photos on phones too much, because a lot of phones are low on the megapixel end, and it can really hurt your image. But like I said, I know Ellen wasn't happy with her background, so I'm trying to edit it in a way that she can be proud of the photo. Alright, so need to bring that up a little, not that big. Okay, so bring that down. So that's definitely not that's gonna work. So we're gonna spot that out. Okay, that one's not going to work, so redo this one, line it up a bit better. Boom. Okay, now that'll work. Maybe just take that top out, move it there. Alright, so I'm going to say done, and we'll see how we edit with this one. Okay. Guys, thank you for everyone that's joined tonight, and thank you for the love and support for Ellen and Kylie's page that everyone has been showing today. And let's make some slightly down in the exposure. Bring the blacks down a touch. Leave the whites maybe up a little bit, not too much. Shadows down a touch. Now I'm gonna bring up the texture a bit. Clarity down just to soften it just a touch. Just that touch. Dehaze up a bit. Maybe down a touch. I'm glad you're on, bub. Help me answer all the questions as I'm doing my thing, playing with my sliders. Now I'm going to bring up the contrast a bit. Now see, as I brought up the contrast, puts that orange glow into the skin. I can counteract that by taking the orange down a little bit, so that's fine. I'm okay with that. I can counter that. Now I'm not even going to play with the tone curve on this because I'm doing enough with the sliders not to even worry about the tone curve. So orange down a little bit, saturation about there, looks nice in a face. Face looks nice, natural, even looks like there's makeup on, but it's kind of what we want, to that empowering photo. This was me when I was pregnant. I look beautiful. That's what you want to achieve as a photographer for a photo shoot for a pregnant mum, because I know that so many women, when they're going through their pregnancy, they have so many self-doubts that I'm not beautiful no more, I'm this and I'm that and that. You want to try and, by the time you finish your session, make them feel empowered. So we want to go to the details. Now we're going to go with a bit of a vignette, just to really bring that pull into the subject, into Ellen, to make everyone look. And we have taken the photo from this to this. And I even surprised myself. Okay. Now, I don't want to touch it any further, but I am going to go with the virtual copy, make another one, and black and white. Amy, welcome, Paul. Alright, so virtual copy. bringing out Mama Bear into a black and white beauty, and bam. These honestly have come out better than I expected. Not expected that, better than I could hope for. Like, I knew I would do a nice edit on them and all that, but this is, this is great. Like, I couldn't do any better if I wanted to. So, now guys, this is the coloured. This is the black and white. Oops. Cancel. Don't do that. So obviously it's going into the black. They're going into the colour. So the coloured one. This is where I started with. Taken to that into the coloured version, then into the black and white. Now this one. This is where I started. Taking it into that, then into the black and white. So, Bubba Kylie. This is where we started. Taking it into that, and then we've taken it into the black and white. The only thing I'm going to do is bring that over a touch, just to try and center her up a little bit more. So she's like, bam, I'm in the center. I'm center of attention. I'm the center of your eye. And my dear girl, you are the center of your mother's eye. Alright, so I should have done that at the start, but I didn't. Now, so I've done this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Now, the last photo. I don't want anyone to say anything nasty, wrong, or say that it shouldn't be done. This is an iconic photo and pose for a pregnant mother to do. More power to her for allowing me to do this photo on a live. I offered to do it off a live. So, in saying that, thank you for allowing me to share this moment with you. And this is the last image that she shared. Now, this is a very iconic photo to be done for a pregnant woman, showing all the glory. So I'm going to go through the same process and try and take the top out a bit and do some spot editing on the door handle and stuff like that. Alright, so here we go. We are going to go. So I may need to do a little bit more work on this background because of that top corner. Because if I pull it down too much, it's like if I pull it down too much, it just doesn't look right. She's over too much to the left. But if I leave it up to about there, then I'm just going to have to try and turn that red, which could be fun and interesting. So let's see if I can turn this photo red, or this roof, not the whole photo. That'd be silly making the whole photo red. No, excuse me. So let's maybe if I do it in smaller chunks. So we go we go. Okay, let's try something else. Now, this is all trial and error. Alright. I'm not good at this, but I am trying to do what I can. Okay, so. Okay, it's not working. It's not working the way I want it to. So I ain't giving up yet. I'm still trying. So let's see if we can. It just doesn't want to pick up the. I'm going to do my best with this roof. I think I may be able to hide it a bit more with my vignette. So I'm going to do what I can, try what I can, see if I can hide it with the vignette. So and I'm hoping by making the thing like it doesn't look pretty. Trust me. I know this, guys. This does not look pretty. Ellen's pretty. The roof that I'm trying to fix doesn't look pretty because it's all blurred and stuff like that. But I'm hoping with my vignette I can hide that. So this is a trial and error. Trial. Yeah, well, it is what it is. I'm going to do what I can. So there's a lot of highlights there on the belly. Okay. Now we're going to go into auto. Oh, whoops. That's right. Spot removal. Undo auto. Undo auto. I forgot I was supposed to spot removal the light switch. Pop these down a little bit. The light switch and also the door handle. Done. Ish. That'll do. Oh yeah. Done. We're gonna. Okay, I don't mean to zoom in so far, but I'm going to go like that. Yep. Then I'm gonna go like that. Yep. And wow. I've just gone from having a couple little things in the bottom, door handle, light switch, and that roof, to like that. Okay, I know the roof, guys. I know the roof still doesn't look great. But I'm hoping my vignette, when I do the vignette, hides it. So, bear with me. I do know that I'm not perfect, and it is not perfect. So, before anyone jumps in the comments and say, yeah, done it wrong, probably did. Alright, auto. And now, we want to bring down the highlights a bit. Because, okay, no highlight clipping. Okay, good. shadows down a bit. Bring down the whites a bit. Bring down the black. Move up the contrast. Texture. Clarity. Do your haze. Vibrance. Saturation. Bring down a touch. Okay. I don't think the orange is too bad in the skin tones. Okay. Details. Alan, I'm going to do a hard vignette on this. Actually, I might soften up the featherness of it. It's still noticeable a little bit, that roof. And there's still some bits, maybe... Yeah, I honestly would rather do the harder vignette on this, really blacken that corners to really draw it. You did nothing wrong. You really didn't. This is me stretching my limits of healing on the brushwork and stuff like that. But overall, from what I've done to how it's looking, I think I've done an okay job. It's not a perfect job. I'm not a Photoshop or stuff like that. Like, if I was a Photoshop, I could probably fix that. But I don't really do much in Photoshop. Probably should learn, but haven't really looked into Photoshop yet. So okay, so the clipping's still on. Clipping. So I have no idea why the red's coming up on your belly. I do apologise. So I've taken it kind of like that. I don't know why the red's on your belly. There's not another little bun in the oven, trust me. We'd have different photos. Okay, so we're going from that to that. Now I'm going to do a virtual copy again. And bam, into a black and white. Guys, Alan's been such a such a good sport for allowing me to do this photo on a live. And actually I'll just shift it off. I thank her very much for that, with the trust in sending that to someone and allowing me to do it. But I think every one of your photos have come out beautifully, all the way from baby Kylie to pregnant with her, and I really hope that you are happy with these photos. I'm looking forward to sending them to you, and thank you very much for sending them in. Alright guys, just 1 sec, I'm just going to grab my water. Alright, now the next photo I'm going to jump onto for Anna. I'm pretty sure it was her that sent them in for me to have a look at and edit. Just check my messages just to make sure that I line up the right people, otherwise that might be a little bit embarrassing. Switch, I can't. Okay, that's enough of that, my twaddling. And yes, they do come from Anna. Now, the first one we're going to do for Anna is this one. This is Anna's mum. This is a memory keepsake for Anna, so I hope that I can do the photo justice for her, and she is happy with it. Big thank you to Alan for tonight. I know I spent pretty much just over an hour on doing your photos, but I was having fun. Okay, so guys, I'll try and I'm not going to rush through everyone else's photos, but I'm going to try and do as many as I can, and not try and drag out this live too much. So, but excuse me, we're moving on to Anna. Anna sent me 5 photos, so I'm going to do what I can for her. One thing I'm going to ask, guys, I don't mind editing these photos for you, but when you send a photo in, I'm not picking on Anna, and I'm not trying to be mean or anything. Send me the original photo like this. Anna, send me an original photo like that, and not so much these with the side bits and stuff like that, because for you want these photos, if they're edited and stuff like that, as a keepsake for yourself. Now, if I edit this one, and I will, you're going to always have this bit on the side. So just keep this in mind, guys. Try and send the originals and not the side bits. Alright. We're going to do Anna's Nanai. And we're going to edit it up for her. So we're going to drop that down. We're going to do an auto. So let's put a bit of more color back into the photo, which is good. Raise up the texture a bit, drop the clarity a little, dehaze, put a bit of saturation and color, vibrance in it to give it a bit more color. Maybe touch a bit on the white balance, because the white balance generally, when you take a photo under a fluorescent light, it's going to change the color. Nami. I look forward to getting that message for you, Po, and it probably won't be done on this live, but stay tuned to all my lives, and I will definitely get your photo done for you. Send me a few if you wish. Take a different things, whatever, whenever, whatever age, I will get them done for you. Alright, so where else are we going to go? We'll go down to the tone curve. We're just going to play with a straight S pattern to see how it drops a little bit. With a detail. Okay, so definitely the color version looks better on that image. So you can see where I started with this image. Anna, you are so welcome, Po. Thank you for sharing this photo with us. You can see where I've started to where it is now. It's put a bit more color back into the image itself. I don't want to do more to this, because I used to go really out there with my photos with the vibrance and all this other sort of stuff, and really go out there, and it got to a point where I'm like, well, it doesn't really look good. So I try and stay a bit more natural if I can, tweak things as I see, and I think this is a nice rendition of that image. So I hope Anna is happy with this image of Nanai. Thank you very much. Deval City, welcome. We got quite a few from down there. Julie at one stage was saying, I've got too many supporters from the south and not from the north. I'm starting to get more from the north than I am of the south nowadays. Okay, so, and now we got little one. And is her name Yen? Was I right seeing that written as her name? I would like to know your daughter's name. Please let me know. So this little darling, I have actually edited a few photos for Anna in the past. Oh, I'm sorry, Anna, I didn't mean to make you cry. Still more from the south. So I've edited a few photos of this little darling for Anna before. She asked me if I could, and I said yes. You don't have to say thank you, Paul. You're more than welcome for me to do this for you. Alright, so we're going to play with this image. Probably bring down the exposure just a touch. Contrast up a little bit. So we're going to raise the shadows a little bit, because one side of it, you can see one side of a face is in a bit of a shadow. So normally I like keeping shadows, but when it's on a face, sometimes it's good to lift it a little bit. So we're going to raise that shadow just a little bit so we can see her beautiful little face. Don't want to rise the shadows too much, because we do like having the shadows in it. Nah, I'm not humble. I'm just me, just simple old me. Alright, so we're going to texture, clarity down a little bit. I love doing that contrast of going texture one way and then clarity the other. It just kind of mellows it out a bit. But you can do the same with your highlights. If you take your highlights down that way, you take your shadows that way, your whites the same. It just depends. It's a good way to start. If you don't want to do auto and you want to really get a good bearing of how your photo looks, say take your highlights to 50 or minus 50, take your shadows to plus 50, and then go your whites if they need to go down or up. So say you're going to take your whites up, go to plus 50, take your blacks down to minus 50, and then from there you work out where they're going. Sometimes they got to go up, down, but it gives you a good idea, and it gives you a good idea of your white balancing too. Now it looks like that I've put a little bit of orange tone in the skin, so I'm going to bring that down to make baby girl a little bit more natural. Now I'm going to go back to the basics and raise that shadow just a touch. Gonna go to my details, start detailing the image a little bit, and now baby girl is looking good. Alright, because of the typhoon. Yeah, I've been hearing there's a bit of rain over there, Samuel. Especially in the south. Been a bit of rain lately. Down to Mindanao there's been a few tropical lows going through. I do watch a bit of different bits and pieces with YouTube and Facebook, and seeing what's going on in the Philippines. So yeah. Okay, so we've taken it from this to that. So a little bit of a difference. Just picked it up that little bit, and we'll move on to the next one. Alright, so let's see how or what we can do with this one. So clearly there's a bit of a tone to the skin, so we are definitely going to need to go to the colour and go to orange and then try and drag this back a little bit, looking a little bit more something, not so orange. Probably drop the highlights in. Where's the shadows on this one? Now we've got this bit of a gloss on her cheek that I can't really do much about. Maybe, baby. Maybe, baby. Invert it. Now I've gone quiet, but I'm just trying to see if I can really just change it a touch. Not so noticeable. I may not be fixing it at all, and yeah, it doesn't look right, so we'll just grab it, remove it. We're just going to leave it there because, yeah. Alright guys, guess what? It is number 2. It is code word number 2. Please, once again, don't put it in the comments. Alright? I don't want to have to write someone's name down because they couldn't follow the rules and they miss out on the chance of the code words. If you miss a code word, go back through my lives and find it for yourself. Don't write it in the code words into the comments. And number 2's code word is, hang on, I just got to find it. I've got them all written down. Number 2, code word number 2. Rice is life. Nah, just rice. I've tried picking some words that are simple, easy to remember. The code word number 2 is rice. Write it down, whatever you need to do, and keep track of them. And follow. You've got until the 30th, 4 p.m. to have them to me for the draw for the code words. So, number 2 code word is rice. Alright, on with the show. I feel like a fish. Oh, feeling slightly a little bit nutty. Going into the V8. Not really much of it needed, but okay. Got little ants running around. That is the picture. Excuse me. This is where we started. So it's a little bit bright. Then I brought the color back and just got a little bit more color in the face and stuff. So that is the Emily. If you missed number 1, just rewatch the live. So don't forget, code word 2 is rice. Alright, number 2, rice. Rice is life, as the Filipinos say, and all the Asian countries say. Rice is life. But, okay, you just need to write rice, okay? Alright, so, going on to the next one. So what I might do is go, boom. And what I just did then was the last settings that I used for the last photo, which is pretty much the same sort of take. I've just copied them from the last one over to this one. So that was a pretty simple edit, that one. Quick and simple. Boom. I do use that technique at times. If I've taken a shot of the same scene, same person, whatever, and nothing's really changed in it, I'll edit one first and then I'll just copy it over to the next one. If it looks right, I go with that. So I'm just gonna move off to the next one. That's these last two done. Pretty much exactly the same, slightly a little bit different. Now, little darling again. So she clearly loves taking photos. So we're going to go up to here, auto. Now, I don't like how sometimes it says, hey, we want you to go into bright. Nah, I don't want bright. Poor signal. Yeah, Julie said there was a bit of rain around, so. Rochelle, the word is rice. Number 2 is rice. So everyone that's watching right now, the code word is rice. That's number 2. Number 1, if you missed it, please watch the start again. Alright. So whites, blacks, texture, clarity, dehaze. Just running through my head. I'm actually surprised, Bob, you haven't done any of your pickup lines yet, or you probably haven't, I just haven't picked up on them. Alright, So there we go, Anna. I've run through yours for you. You've got Nanai, Princess, Little Darling, and Baby Girl. So I hope when you receive these are a good enough edit for you. I do appreciate you sending them in like you did last time. And we are going to move off to the next one. Just trying to think who we're going to move to. Just trying to think of whose it was, so I get the right person when I say it. Otherwise I'll look like a fool, which is not unusual for me. Nope. Alright, so I got 2 from Joy. She's not on at the moment, but she might watch this back. I haven't seen Joy pop up, but Joy's been quite a really good supporter to the channel. So these are a scene that she sent in, and I'm going to do my best, see how I can change it, make it bit of magic. I don't know. Alright, so it's obviously brightening up a bit. Now, even for me with a proper camera and stuff like that, I find it hard to shoot directly into the sun. So you can get some nice silhouette photos at times. Doing shooting in the sun, but I definitely don't shoot very much into a sun. I do what I can with this, but I notice that there's going to probably be a bit of pixelation issue. I can tell from the photo, but let's see how it just turns out. So it's not a lot I can do with this one. It's not a bad image. Maybe down lower, if you got down a little bit lower. Could have squashed the water up a little bit, gave a different perspective. That's what I find. If too much spread out, I'll get down low and it kind of compresses it a bit more. So obviously now I just said that the next photo she actually got down lower. You can tell because you see how short that water is, where the rocks are, and then you got a bit more in the sky. So same settings as I just done on that one, but we might rise up the shadows a little bit, which is not going to do much. It facing into the sun like that with the bushland on the other side of the creek or river, whatever it was, it's always going to be shadowed. It's going to be hard, so there's not a lot you can do with that. But overall, from where it's gone to where it is, it's edited it somewhat nicely. So thank you, Joy. I'll get that off to you as soon as I can. Same with everyone else that I've edited tonight. I'll get them to them as soon as I can. Thank you for sending them in. Very much appreciated. So no, not that one. I'm just thinking who's the next one. Nope. That's the thing, when I start getting photos sent in to me, I just got to try and line them up with the right people and say the name. Otherwise it kind of comes out wrong when I say who they're from. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. I'm lost. Where am I? Where am I? I know she's in here somewhere. I actually done a photo for her the other day. I'm just trying to find it. Nope. Please bear with me, guys. Ah, yes. Rose. Rose sent in, and I did a photo of little one. Now, some more photos of little one. That one, and then I'm guessing one of her daughters and her father. So we're going to run through these ones and edit them up for her, and then I can get them off to her. So let's see where we can take this journey with these photos. Color, luminance. So we've been on live for about an hour and 40 minutes so far. Run through quite a few photos. Bunch from Ellen, Anna, Joy, and now I'm on to who did I say? Rose. Then Angel's got some, Deanne's got one, and Christine, she's on live. So we run through Rose's now, and I might jump on to Christine's next. She sent me some nature ones, so we will get onto hers. There's one that I really, really like of yours, and you've done really well, and I want to see how I can do editing. The others, I want to see how they turn out. So I'm going to do my best for you. So I've taken a photo like this and turned it to this. You can see like I've dealt with the issue of a bit of granule pixeling image, and then I've just turned into that, put a bit more color back into the scene, cleaned it up a bit, and yeah, doesn't need to be a big fantastic thing. It's just a touch up and fix sort of photo. So off to a little one. Let's see. Too big. Need too big. All right. So I'm just running through the same sort of procedure. Now it looks like there's a bit of an orange tone to the skin, so I'll address that now. Kind of brings it back a little bit more. I've pretty much got like I got a kind of like a flow that I just run through. So that's kind of the same things that I just go straight boom, boom, boom. I remember when I was very new to Lightroom, I would be like, where's this, where's that, where's this? And I'll be all over the shop. But now because I do a lot of editing day in, day out. Well, not day in, day out, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I'm always playing with editing, whether it's on my phone, whether it's on the computer. And I got a flow that I just go through, and it just becomes second nature. Like, I can just not talk and just run it through. And it can be a bad thing at times, because then I'm not telling you guys what I'm doing. But excuse me, it's like what I'm doing right now. Like, I go through, put a little bit of sharpening in. I don't sharpen too much on my photos. I try not to, because generally if it's not sharp, I get rid of it. When you're using a phone, it's a bit different story. With the pixels, you can't really help that, but with a good phone that's got great pixels, like Julie's phone that I sent her, my phone that I've got, if it's not sharp, I get rid of it, because it's a waste of time. You shouldn't be sharpening in processing your image. You should be getting your focus right. Maria, you can send me any photos you wish, and I'll get them on one of the lives to edit for you. So just remember that, guys. You want to get your sharpness right when you take that photo, not in the actual editing section or part. If you got a image that's a bit pixelated, you can try and adjust that in your editing, but you should try and have it sharp, focused in on whatever you're trying to do in the camera itself, or in the phone itself, or however you're taking your image. Don't rely on your editing to do it for you. So I always like doing a bit of a vignette to try and focus in on the subject, and the subject's baby. I don't think I got the baby's name. I don't think I asked Rose. So maybe when I send these photos, I'll ask for baby's name. So I've just copied over the other settings, and now it gives me a good base to try and play off. So we go on from that and just put a bit more color into the photo. So I want to thank Rose for sending in these photos of her baby, these two photos of her baby, and then her daughter, and I'm guessing her father. So thank you very much, and I'll get these off to her as soon as I can. We'll get on to Christine's photos now, and that'll be the last ones that we run through, because we don't want to drag this live out overly much. Like, we're coming up to almost 2 hours, so we'll run through her images. If anyone's got any questions, throw them up. I'll try and answer them if I see them. If not, Julie can let me know what they were, and then after the next images, we'll answer some questions and then call it a night. Well, can't really call it a night because it already is being called a night, so we'll just wrap up the session of the live. So here we go. Christine has sent in these images. This is the one I like. This is the one that I love. Now, I'll explain why I like this in a minute. Then we got this one. This one. I like this one too. And that one. Now, I like this one because I love the subject in the mountain. I love the shadows here. And there is a little bit of interest in the sky. So, I like it because there's elements in there. Now, this one. I honestly don't know how much editing this one's going to need. But I love the concept of this photo. You literally got a creek or river, whatever it is, running through the scene, leading you through image to that sunset. Now, you always want a leading line in to lead you through your photo, and then you've got the shadows on the side in the banks and all that. So it is where you took this photo is just a great choice. I'm just trying to find this in. Yeah, there we go. So you have done this photo really well. I like it. I really do. So now I'm going to edit this one. I'll edit the next one first, and then I'll work my way through. Now, with these ones, how dark they are, I don't know how they're going to come up. So we'll play with it and see what we can do. So it wants to raise up the exposure too much, but we don't want to do that. Like, this can be a nice abstract sort of photo. So we're going to play with it and see how it comes out. Now, you can see the pixels in the blacks. It's quite easy to stand out. This is where the masking and the luminance is going to come into play to try and smooth that out. So yeah, I had to take up luminance a fair way just to get that to the point where it just smoothed it out. Now you can slightly still see it, but it's a lot better from where it started to where it ended up. Now this is quite a nice concept photo. How it was done baffles me, but it's turned out quite good. Alright, so the photo I like the most, we'll get onto that one. Like, I didn't even go to a vignette for this one because of the image. It shouldn't be vignetted. It's got enough black in it, so there's no point. So we're going to go on to this one. And let's see what it holds. Maybe there. Bring out the texture a bit, clarity down a little. dehaze, bit more vibrance, more saturation. Bring down the tone, the temperature, up the tint. The highlights up, shadows down. Now, just remember this, guys. All this editing is my personal preference. So if you get a photo back that you're not happy with, I understand that, because I've edited this my personal way. Now, if you edit it, it'd probably be different. So just remember, I'm editing this in my own way, how I see this image. It's not necessarily the way you want it or the way it should be done, or it could be done differently. Every person will edit differently, so just bear that in mind. Hello, Princess. Welcome. So we've taken this image from that to that. That's stunning sort of sunset photo. I would love to see that in real life. So, guys, that's how I would edit that one. I put a little bit of a vignette on it, just to try and focus it in a little bit more. It was well done, well placed, having that river creek thing going up in the middle. So well done, Christine. You did very well on this photo, and thank you for sending it in. I'll move on to the next one. Oh, it's green. Alright, so I might not too much. Yeah, about that. Okay. Done. Texture, clarity. So clearly you can see that there's a lot of pixeling issues down in this bottom here, because of it was also shallow, shadow-ish, not shallow, shadowish. There's too much shadow there, so it hasn't picked up any of the details, and it's very pixelated. So I'll see what I can do with that. Otherwise, the only other thing I can do is make it go black, to try and fix that issue. And this is where I'm going to be trying to touch up this issue, is right here in the... See, now it's gone too far with making it look dreamy. So I can't really do a lot with this image. And I do apologize for that, because people have sent stuff into me to make pretty and all that, but there's only so much I can do with what the image holds within. All these images are done in JPEG, and I always do my photos in RAW. Depending on your phone, depends on whether you can do RAW or not. I did already give the code words, so just rewatch this live, because everyone knows not to give out the code words. So rewatch this live and you will find the 2 code words that I gave out. And if you want any photos sent in, just send them in, and I'm more than happy to edit them for you. Princess, you've come on just towards the end of this live. I have received your photos, and because you got so many, I'll probably do just one live dedicated to them, but I will get to your photos. Alright, so this is the other photo that I liked, because I liked how the mountain and all that, so we'll see how this one turns out. Once again, you can see the pixelated in here, so I don't actually mind having that black, so we might drop the blacks to turn that back black. I just think even that being black is fine to me. Now, Christine, I know you love your photography and you wanted to learn a bit more on that. The only thing I could suggest for this photo would be to cut it off. When you framed it up, I would have cut it off around here, because this bit up here is all roughly the same, doesn't really need it. You could have cut it off just around there, or just a little bit more. I can pull it down and it just looks that a little bit better. So it's not as long. You could probably put a little bit more of the foreground in the image, like just tilt it down. Tilt it down a little bit, put a bit more of the black there. So I don't mind this photo. I like it. I like the mountain. The black works because of the pixel issue, so I chose to keep it black. The sun's nice. There's some nice yellowish tones in the image, and the clouds give it a bit more detail to it. Because if that was just a clear sky, I'd say no, it doesn't work, because clear skies is the downfall for any photographer. You need interest in the sky. So having clouds, whether it's one little one or big one or whatever, gives interest. So just remember that. Alright, so the next one, let's see. how this one turns out. Oh, hang on. Whoops. So we're going from that to that. So you can see it brought a bit more life, a bit more colour into the image. Excuse me. So it doesn't matter really, like I've turned this from this to that, put a bit more colour into it. It doesn't matter really what I do with this. With this image, if I turn that foreground more lighter, you're going to have the same issue with the pixel problems. One thing I can suggest is probably not shine so much into the sun. Probably have it off to your side or something like that, and try and reduce the shadow, because you're losing all your definition, all your sharpness and all that in your shadows because of the pixel issue. But Christine, I want to thank you for sending in these images. That came out quite nice, kind of like an abstract sort of photo. I love this one. That one I couldn't do a lot with. This one came out quite nice, and couldn't do a lot with that one. So 3 out of 5 is not bad. That's probably better odds than I get, so you did well. I may have been lucky if I got one good photo. You got 3. So, well done. Thank you very much for sending them in. And guys, have you got any questions for me tonight before we end this live and I start getting ready for bed? And I'll have to go through all the messages that I just got through. I think I got a few messages. How do you enter this giveaway? Which seems to be a common thing that I've been getting lately, is how do I enter? Alright, so we might switch over to this one. Alright guys, so any questions? I want to thank everyone for joining tonight, everyone for following the rules as I was giving out the code words. I didn't see one person put them in the actual comments, which is fantastic. If you did miss one or two of them or whatever, please watch back the live and you will receive them. You've got until 4 p.m. On the 30th of June to get them to me to go on the draw. But if I do see anyone giving them out in comments and stuff like that, yeah, of course you almost put it. I will be writing names down and taking them out of the draw. I'm trying to be fair to everyone, and if they want to participate in the code words, they can find them and do them that way. So, thank you very much, everyone, for joining tonight. Thank you, Anna, for sending in your lovely photos. Alan, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy these photos coming your way. Joy, thank you for sending in yours. Christine, thank you for sending in yours. 3 really nice ones out of 5. You got a better ratio of getting good photos compared to myself. and Rose was the other person. So the last ones that I've got out of that session is Angels and Deanne to do. So yeah, I'll get them on. Any of you guys watching wishing to have your photos done, send them through to me. So yes, two code words were given out tonight. Anyone want more photos edited, please send them in. I want to try and do more of these live sessions, editing photos for you guys. I'll probably do some live sessions out in the field, doing something like that. I do enjoy doing. I look good in this shirt, do I? Really? So, alright guys, thank you very much for being on this live with me and having a nutty kind of night. I probably was a little bit different than I was normally. I really got into them Alan's photos. They were really good. And good night to everyone. Stay safe. Kiss and hug your loved ones for me. And share this around to everyone. Get them on board. I'm trying to build a community. I'm big Filipino family. Some people have said that I've got a Filipino heart, which is kind of true. I might be Australian, but my love for the Philippines is phenomenal, and I'd rather be over there than here. So thank you very much, guys, and until next time, keep an eye on these lives, because you don't know when the next one's going to drop and when the next code word will drop. So stay tuned, and I will see you all on the next one. Cheers.